Hey! Hello, everyone. And I'm very much sorry for the delay, but my name's Sugi Omaga. And today on VTubing my soul life hobbies in my 30s, we're going to be making a creamy potato soup over the campfire. So, I gotta say, I like my campfire. And also, hello to you, Mr. Spock. Hope you're having a good day. And I also hope everyone else out there is having a good day. And also, I'm pretty sure I remembered right to have the recipe linked down below. All that good stuff. But yeah, I have been doing some really good self-care this past week. One of my goals was to do 4 workout sessions. And I did 4 workout sessions. And I also went bicycling today, which was really good for me. Always enjoy me a good bicycle time. So, get my all that done. Let me grab, well, I have a container that holds many things, full of containers that will hold many things. But yeah, we're gonna, as always, everything starts with prep, specifically veg. It is veg prepping time, and we're actually gonna get started with something I literally just pulled out of the garden a little while ago. Green onions. We love green onions around here. I love green onions. These are my Japanese munching onions. Love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. My favorite feature of them, now that we're getting into the colder months here, is I can just like leave these in the ground. Leave them in the ground, and I will have plenty of delicious green onion throughout the winter. Because we had like one of those polar vortex things where it made things very cold, and my bunching onions kind of died back, but the leaves that turned brown actually turned to green again, which was kind of the wildest thing. Because normally when I see plant take lots of cold, usually plant is like, okay, I'm done, buddy. It's been a good time. It's been a good run. But I'm done. But these guys came back like champs. Absolute champs. Really, really happy, really proud of these guys. And most importantly, they're plenty delicious. And they also, since I can just leave these in the ground, my favorite basically means I don't have to go to the store, buy a whole bunch of onions, when for today's recipe, we're just using this as a topping. We don't need a whole lot. So, lid goes places. So, it's in our magic jar. Let's see. All the ooh. Woo! Okay. Metal's hot. The perennial lesson. The metal is hot. The metal is always very, very hot. Okay. So got that. So that is green onion, diced, first ingredient, done. And also, good evening to you, Dad's old shop. Hope life's treating you well. I hope it's treating you better than volleyball's treating you. Actually, I need to do the thing before I commit too hard to it. I need to prep my onion container. I need to have this prepped, man. I don't want my tea there. I just got done icing my knee after breakfast. Oof. Well, sounds like you also are getting a good workout and taking care of yourself. As for me, I went bicycling this evening. Which, I mean, I only did like a light 12 miles, which for me is light, but you know, it's a good little get out, take care of myself a little bit. Do not wish. Oh, got a little bit of brown leaf. Don't want to lose the whole good part of the onion leaf. Because onions are a bulb. Which are leaves that are underground. It sounds like so much. Oh man, 12 miles is like nothing. 12 miles is nothing. That's like 45 minutes at a okay-ish pace for me. My record for miles is 82. Now, if you asked me today if I could do 82 miles today, I'd be like, no. No. Granted, I think I actually did set that record while I was in my 30s. I think I did that like 3 years ago. Womp womp. Chomp chomp. There we go. Now, I need to get this part here off. And pop. Oh boy, this one's strong. Oh boy. It is strong onion. Which means it's going to be great when it's cooked. Sweet, sweet, wonderful onion. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Oh. But yeah. I have very unfavorable winds right now. And there's been a couple times where the wind is just straight blown smoke into my face. Like worse than usual, so I might be complaining more about smoke today because of that. But that's only if the wind continues to blow in my direction. Get our first diced onion into. Also, I did my job today because, well, things are busy, and I picked up a new sheet metal cut. Well, I actually picked up two. Picked up two new sheet metal cuts, and yeah, the onion juice just reminded me that I have cuts on my fingers. Start microdosing smoke between streams to build up that resistance. No, if I really want to build up that resistance, I just go to Ohio. Ohio's just like cursed with smoke. Granted, Indiana had a advisory like a day or two back saying like don't go outside because of how much smoke there was. Which I don't know if that was from Canada or not. Typically, I presume Canada. I mean, granted, that is actually one of the best things about being Meganate, is I at least have something of a layer of defense against the smoke. Because otherwise, I'd have no defense. And no defense is undesirable. Well, if I had no defense, then it's like, oh gosh, I'm extra cooked in that case. So, do that. You. Yeah, I did forget that. I told myself I needed to bring just a basic utility knife for opening packaging, but I might have to use the cooking knife for it. I don't like to use the cooking knife for opening packages, because it's a big cooking knife. Like, it's a big size tool with a big size job. It's like cutting onions. And I'm very much a use the right size tool for the right size problem, which is kind of the only reason kind of the main reason why I've gotten interested in hand tools. Because sometimes hand tools are just the perfect size tool for the problem you wish to tackle. Oh. Woo. And also, my ick is mostly went away, except I have one nostril that's still producing an amount of mucus I don't enjoy. But past that. So, and next up, well, actually, here. Behold, the stars of today's show, the Spuds. You can't make potato soup without potatoes. Be like bell peppers. It'll be like beef and bell peppers without the beef. Oh, okay. So I need to just... Actually, I don't even really... Yeah. I'm reasonably well on the mend. I'll be fine eventually. Just been a slow process, and that's basically how most of the times I get sick happen, is I will get sick. I'll have like 2 to 3 kind of bad days where I'll have like a really sore throat. My nose will be running a marathon, and I'm just like not in good shape. But then I have really mild symptoms for like the following week, is how my sick goes. It's like, get my teeth kicked in for 1 or 2 days, and then I spend an insufferable amount of time with minor symptoms. Is usually how my ick goes. But it was real minor ick. And then I also found out from my sister that her family got ick. So the previous weekend, she and her family and me went to the Ren Fair. I'm pretty sure we both of us, well, her family and me, got ick from that event. I'm not going to stream preparing the blanks, but for the wooden nickel blanks, I'm going to use my bandsaw. I have like 20 plus blanks to make. Okay. Oh yeah, I also came up with a bit of a joke. Because you said you were using butternut wood for the wooden nickels. And my brain was like, hey, here's a joke. And I was like, okay, brain, I like that joke. And the joke is, butternut is walnut in light mode. Oh, fine. I can live with that. Go. And I'm being very generous with the amount of potatoes. I'm glad you liked it. I'll take that as a meme description. So, I mean, part of the joke is the fact that butternut and black walnut are both in the same genus of trees. Whereas one has like a dark colored heartwood, and then butternut's just like a really light colored one. Sorry. Cut. And really, all I need to do for these potatoes is just get them small enough to the point where they're easy to mash later after I cook them. Which I need to double check my recipe right here. Because, let's see, I think you called for 2 pounds? Yeah, 2 pounds. Oh, it also calls for peeled and diced. I'm not doing that. Oh, I didn't know that. I just noticed that the foreign grain looks similar. Yeah, that's why it looks similar, because they're actually in the same family. Let's see. Doing pretty good. I think I'll just do one more spud. And I'll call that 2 pounds. Do one more, and that'll be pretty close to what we want. And then the veg prep is done. But yeah, I mostly just know that because, well, I actually took forestry classes and had to learn all the tree species native to my area, which was fun because in the eastern US, you basically have like northern tree species, which like the northern part of the US is very temperate. And then you have the southern tree species, which is subtropical. One of the main dividing lines for this temperate southern distinction is basically the Ohio River, and I live in Kentucky. So I have to deal with both the southern limit of the northern tree species, and then I have to deal with the southern tree species being at their northern limit. Which meant in class I had to learn over, I think, like close to 120 trees by their Latin name. And then my professors looked at the class and was like, guess what? The forestry kids in Oregon, they get to learn 12. And it's like, screw those Oregon kids. They only have to learn like 12 trees? Where are we on? Wait. Oh yeah, I do have that. Oh man, I meant to grab things, but I don't have all of them, but that's fine. I can live with that. I want to get you somewhere where I can use you. Okay. Oh, we got the better part of vegetable prep done. So we can actually start doing some cooking. And I actually have a pretty nice, like, low heat fire. So, let's see here. Yeah, pretty good, pretty okay-ish amount of heat. Not too little, not too much. Really good in between. I like that. Oh yeah. Also, I get to show off my new thing. Here is my brand new to me fire poker. Which, okay, now the engine noises are gone. But yeah, it said Ren Fair. They were blacksmiths and they were selling stuff they made, and they were selling fire pokers. And both me and my brother-in-law, we both bought fire pokers because he needed a fire poker, and I kind of ultra needed a fire poker because, gosh, I disliked that last one. But with this really nice hook here, it's going to make it real easy for me to like hook the wire handle for the Dutch oven. And because this is actually reasonably good amount of steel, I can lift it up, turn it, manipulate it. It's going to make my life a lot easier. It's definitely a nice thing, which I'm going to probably appreciate more and more as I do stuff. So, we cannot make soup without a soup pot. And I have to get my soup pot out. But yeah, this is my traditional soup pot that I usually make soup in. It's actually enameled iron, and it's pretty good for making soup. So, but what I'm gonna share with all you here is one of my family techniques. I've used this a couple times on stream, and it does. Enamel does. Now, one of the issues with enamel is it will chip, and you can kind of get like an irony taste to your food. Or if you're using it to brew alcohol, it can impart an iron taste, and that's very undesirable. But if you're working with pots and pans, and you don't want to you want to make it easier to get the soot off later, get yourself some liquid dish soap, just any old liquid dish soap. Put it on there, and then take your finger, and then you're gonna literally just make like a light layer of dish soap, just to coat your pot, and that's gonna actually make it really easy to clean like soot and all the stuff that the fire will put on it. So it just makes cleanup a little bit easier for you. But yeah, that's a tip I actually picked up from my family when we would go camping. So that's covered in soap, and I'm not letting that touch my work surface. Ooh. This thing's also bigger than my last fire poker. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. Boo. Boo? Boo what? Not enough fire? Requires more fire? Less soap? I'm spooky, not negative. Oh, okay. Well, we do appreciate some spookies here. And also, welcome in, Haggleforth. We are actually about getting ready to actually do some actual cooking. Because so far is... Oh no, I'm late. Don't worry. Oh, Mr. Spot. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't worry about being late. Don't worry about it. So, for our first ingredient to prepare, we're going for the bacon. The bacon! The wonderful, delicious bacon. Granted, that is the only downside with these packages, is they're not resealable. Just fine. Oh yeah, where... Kitchen knife. I learned you can preserve fresh garlic in wine. Ooh. That's a neat to know. That's firmly in neat to know territory. Fresh garlic and wine. Now, unfortunately, I've actually missed my window of opportunity for planting garlic because garlic gets planted out here. Is that real bacon? I think it's pretty close to real bacon. It's not cheap bacon. It's thick sliced, hardwood smoked, uncured bacon, proud product of Canada. Apparently, it's also pork raised with a vegetarian fed diet, which I have absolutely no meaning what that means. However, though, in the realm of food labels, the funniest thing that makes me laugh is, this is bacon, this is a packaged bacon, but it also clearly advertises being gluten-free, which I think is very silly. Like, it's bacon. There's no gluten in it. Like, I see lots of things where it's like, there's no gluten in this thing, and I'm like, yes, because it's this thing. There's no wheat flour in it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do 3 strips of bacon because we don't need a lot of bacon for this. We do not need a lot. We just need a little bit. And also, what we're doing for our bacon is it's primarily going to be used as a topping in the dish. But the real thing it's going to help us out with is we're going to cook. The reason why I'm cooking the bacon in a thing where I cannot see my bacon I'm cooking is so that way the bacon fat stays in there and the bacon fat can get incorporated into the soup. Which I don't know a whole lot, but bacon is good, and bacon fat in soup is probably going to be really good. Yeah, but like I know people who would be unsure if bacon had gluten, partially not knowing food, partially additives causing them to be unsure. But the whole pack and more bacon strips is better. Yeah, but I don't want too much bacon. Also, some of that bacon's gonna get set aside for tomorrow night's stream. Oh, okay. Well, we're in light mode now. We're in light mode. Oh, opened my mouth and then just smoke just welcomed itself into my lungs. Delightful. But yeah, I'm saving some of the bacon for tomorrow. Ooh, it's gluten. Well, the thing is, wheat flour is definitely an additive that is used in very, very, very a large amount of things. Way too many things. And gluten is a protein in wheat. And some people have an allergy to the thing. So if you're worried about gluten, you should just avoid products that have wheat in them. However, though, the gluten is the actual like allergy thing, so that's kind of one of the reasons why a lot of the food packaging is like, hey, this, which the thing, another one of the weird things with gluten in me is like, there's a lot more language on certain things not having gluten versus having gluten as a warning, which I think is like one of the weird things with the food industry is like, because the food industry rather be like, okay, here's the stuff that doesn't have gluten in it, and if there's no label stating it's gluten-free, you should just presume that it has gluten in it. Asbestos-free cereal. Oh, wait, we've actually made it that far? Mega Meals cooks a lot of bacon. Their catchphrase, more bacon strips. More bacon strips, yeah. I mean, bacon strips are good. I mean, I have... The funny thing is with me, I'm not a super big meat guy, but I like bacon. Bacon's good. Bacon's good stuff. Okay, I think I need to turn these strips. Maybe not. Easy. Fire. Stop. Stop throwing smoke in my face. Okay. Well, that one certainly took to the point of sticking to my pot. Don't do that. Put you there. And this basically turned out to be as awkward as I thought it would be. Yeah. I should have went ahead and just cooked the bacon in a dedicated skillet, and then just added the bacon grease from the skillet to my pot. I would have been a lot better served and also been better able to manage. That's why I always use a spatula. Actually, for bacon strips, I just prefer tongs. Like, honestly, tongs are my, like, go-to. Granted, I do actually really like using spatulas. Granted, I also grabbed my upstairs tongs, not my... Actually have a dedicated cookware set. It's chili smoke is flavor. It's actually not that chilly out right now. It's like 70-ish degrees. It's not that cold. Granted, smoke is flavor though. Okay, that's definitely not cooked enough. We're sizzling. Some of my bacon's burning. Well, that piece is actually doing pretty well. Okay. So, we're gonna just move it a little bit closer to where our heat is. Hopefully we can get some better cooking going. Yeah. Damn it, that's the problem when I use big pieces of wood. Bigger pieces of wood are a little bit harder to manipulate, especially if I have precious bacon on there. Granted, that bacon sounds like it's cooking amazingly. Okay. So, magic recipe. After my bacon's done, what should I do? Enlighten me. Nope, that's recipe. I want my steps. Yep. Wait, did I? I didn't. I'll have to go grab that. Okay. Easy do. Very easy do. Woo. Man, normally my smoke kind of goes this way. But right now it's kind of going this way, which is towards me, which is slightly undesirable. Let's see. I don't know if that's... You can cook more. I would like to be able to see what I can do smoke. Man. And I think I'm getting a little too much heat now. Wah! Granted, I actually have to go grab things here in a little while. Because I forgot things. But that's fine. Oh! Would you rather be a VTuber or a house hubby? Oh man, VTuber any day. VTuber any day. If I become a house hubby, that's not good. It's not good. Because if I become a house hubby, then my Makita budget gets turned into a vacation budget, and I get to enjoy less Makita tools in my life, and that would make me sad. But for now, I'm a VTuber. Oh, okay, we're gonna commit. And take a look. It's not quite, because I would rather have nice crumbly bacon. Granted, that piece is actually not too bad. That smaller, strung out piece. It's actually not a bad piece, but this other piece has more potential. And then we'll pull you out. Evaluate you, and then is that it? Oh, there's a small spriggans. Oh, and it's stuck to my tongs. 1917's KitchenAid's all you need. I'm pretty sure they make a drill attachment. I mean, yeah. That's a great thing. That's a great thing about when you have a drill in your life. You basically have a small, portable electric motor that's very easy to hook up to other things. Granted, it's funny. Like, you have like food processors. You have, because there's food processors. There's mixers. There's quite a few kitchen gadgets that are all like big thing, kind of, well, not big, but okay size. But I wonder if anyone's ever, well, actually, no, people have. No, people are having, I actually own one. I actually have one of those. Granted, it's basically, looks like a mixer, but on the mounting platform, you can set up a blender on it. You can set up food processing stuff. Like a while ago, my grandparents would buy all the families for Christmas a cheese log. And when my family gets our cheese log, one of the things we would do is we'll cut the cheese log into chunks, and we'll send the chunks through the food processor to make shredded cheese, and then we'll freeze the shredded cheese. Because, ooh, you're crispy. You're really nice and crispy. Ooh. Okay. Cool. That's some nice crispy bacon there. And this bacon actually cooked down a lot more than I thought it would. And I am going to put on a glove for safety. So I need to make sure of the thing. Cool. There we go. And we got a nice little bit of bacon grease in there. So, my God, still am so disappointed. Oh no. Okay. So, I actually need to grab. It sounded like a jet engine when whipping away eggs. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So, next up, we actually start cooking some stuff in here, but I forgot one of my ingredients in the fridge. So, I'm going to head out and grab that right quick. Door. And ingredient. And spatula shaped device. Ah, good old spatula shaped device. Oh. And there's the spatula shaped device. So, I want, first off, I'm going to position this a little bit differently. I want to get closer to the center. I want to make sure I have a little bit of heat here. Actually, we'll go ahead and push you there. Take care of you there. Now with that, we'll grab diced onions from earlier. And we'll get those thrown in there. I'm throwing the whole onion in there because I like onions. Now, I'm going to look at the recipe. Because, wait, it's up. And 4 cloves garlic. Well, and here I'm going to be a filthy, lazy human being. And use the mint stuff because, well, I'm lazy. And also, I don't like mincing garlic because this garlic stuff, ooh, that heat's a little bit high there. Because this minced garlic stuff is like sticky as could be. It's kind of the main reason why I dislike it. Well, that's actually my biggest complaint about hand mincing garlic is it sticks to my hands wretchedly. Okay. I gotta give that a stir, I think. Okay. There we go. I know. I'm a disappointment, but hey, that's like half of being a VTuber. That's half of being a VTuber, being a disappointment. Okay, so next up is going to be butter, 3 tablespoons, and then, holy smokes, for a quarter cup, okay. So I'm going to need butter and, yeah, you're right, that's what, ooh, a crusher. Someone's thinking and thinking good. Let's see. Let's grab some manner of I do have some manner of this, but that was not its intended use. But you know what? We're gonna use that. So we can just keep getting these guys cooked for a while. My onions aren't translucent just yet. This is going to be one of our next ingredients, but also, I'm very hungry. Crunchy bacon. Good stuff, good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, and just the right amount of salt too. Like not too salty. Like a little bit of salt, just to like complement the meat flavor. Besides in the soup, you can basically quarter garlic and it'll be fine. Yeah. That's true. Okay. Well, since we're actually... See, you should have cooked more bacon. Well, don't worry, Mr. Spock. We're going to be cooking more bacon tomorrow. So, for me, I'm going to crack open the cold one that actually doesn't have alcohol in it, but it's actually a personal goal for me this weekend to abstain from alcohol. But thanks to the technology of non-alcoholic beer, I can still drink beer-flavored beverage. I love the progress of science. Isn't that technically kvass? I don't know if it's technically kvass. Why don't they just call it kvass? I don't know. But I do like the calories. I do like there's only 60 calories in the thing. Like, that's a lot less than a soda. Granted, the carbohydrates are 14 grams. Well, 14 grams. Granted, there's actually a whole gram of protein in it. Oh. Granted, I will say, it does taste like beer, though. Okay. Wait, isn't a beer technically a waste product of distillation? No. Actually, no. Distillation is typically done with, like, lots of rye. That kind of defeats the purpose. I'm just a guy trying to take care of myself a little bit better. But actually, the main... Well, I'm actually trying to think about this, because I know a little bit about distillation. Just because I've made so much of my own, like, different kinds of alcohol. I know a fair bit about different sorts of processes, but considering the fact that home distillation in the US legally at the moment is kind of a no-no. It's not really something I worry about. And also, I'm not into... I think whiskey is some parts barley. Whiskey has a lot of corn in it. Yeah, Dad's Old Shop. Yeah, the stuff you would use to distill wouldn't make a good beer. Because, like, a whiskey would have a lot of corn. There is some barley used in the process, and some whiskeys will also use some rye. And I wasn't intending to use this cup for what I'm using it for, but I gotta use it for what I'm using it for. Because I need a quarter cup of flour. Actually, do I? I probably don't have a dedicated butter knife, but yeah, that's approximately. That's gonna be. Do you have a favorite whiskey? Actually, I haven't had a lot of whiskey, which is strange. Which is really strange because I live in Kentucky. the land of bourbon, the land of the hard drinks. It's just I have really enjoyed beer, and I have not really branched out much in trying other alcohols. Canadian Club. But yeah, I haven't really tried out much other alcohols very much. I mean, rum's good. But, I mean, that's a very uncontroversial opinion. Like, rum's just good. But I also just don't go to seek out a lot of the hard alcohols. Because, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is I'm just a basic beer bitch, and beer makes me happy, and it's kind of all I've really consumed. So I don't have much experience with the other stuff. Granted, I also do like Jaeger. Jaeger's good. Granted, but also like stuff I don't drink it much. Hardly ever drink it. And we're gonna do that because I need like 3 tablespoons of this butter. Soviets had to say beer without vodka is money in the wind. What the Four Roses a few years ago was nice. Maker's 48 and Zilzenbergs are bourbons I enjoy. Ah! Yeah. I've just never been into the whole bourbon thing, which is like, from a tourism standpoint, is like super big. Where here in Kentucky, just because, well, Kentucky just can't have just horses. Okay, so that butter looks like it's gonna melt very quickly, which is good. So with that butter melting quickly, add the flour in. Grain alcohol is good. Mixes with anything, and a thimble gets you drunk. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh wow, that was loud. That was really loud. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and mix all that flour. I mean, that's also another reason why I want to take a break from alcohol for a little while, is like last Sunday, I had a whole 6-pack of beer, and I never even began to feel buzzed. And if I'm drinking like a whole 6-pack of beer, man, I better like actually feel it. Bourbons are a good starter whiskey. It's complicated enough, but not overwhelming like rye or Scotch whiskeys. See, that's the thing. Like, also, like, I don't hang out with a lot of people who are into that sort of stuff, which is kind of like the biggest reason why I don't have like a lot of exposure to it. Okay. Oh, wait. Continue to stir over medium heat to form a thing. Then do that step. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I actually need to grab some water. Because I am abridging things a little bit here. I mostly keep bourbon. Yeah, that's the thing. I just haven't been around a lot of people who are into hard alcohol. Like, all my friends were pretty much beer guys. And now, all my friends are doing nearly a better job of taking care of themselves than me. And now I have to really step up my taking care of myself game. But I am doing a slight change to the recipe. Because let me see if I can get one of my ingredients here. So I have a little bit of this beef stock left. Recipe calls for chicken stock. And I don't want to... I'm actually not a fan of chicken. I am not a fan of chicken. So I have a little bit of that beef stock left. And then I'm going to make up my remaining difference by dissolving a beef bouillon cube in this little bit of water here. Actually, I like Irish whiskey. Ooh. I know there's lots of good whiskeys out there. I mean, whiskey, wine, like all the alcohols have can have a lot of culture to them. I better stir that. Yeah, that's starting to... Okay. Yeah, you're starting to really get sticky. So, I'll go ahead and hit this with my beef stock. And that's beef stock. Royal Reserve whiskey. Oh man, just getting all these whiskey and bourbon recommendations. So I'm trying to get that cube dissolved a little bit better, but I think what I should do is grab a fork and get in here. There we go. That's a ticket. Break up that bouillon cube a little bit. There we go. Then that's going to essentially be the remainder of my stock, because the recipe calls for 2 cups of chicken stock. I don't like the taste of I don't like the taste of birds. Well, actually, there's one bird I like the taste of, and it's emu. Granted, I also only had emu once, and emu is also basically a very lean red meat. So since I'm adding a whole bunch of all of this good stuff to the fire, try to get the heat going up a little bit higher. Crumbly emu, yeah. Because when I was young, my uncle had a emu mob, a herd of emus, and yeah, I got to spend a lot of time as a young lad around emus, and the Whiskey Reaper has the Whiskey Beer and Steak channel. Okay, so in addition to our stock, I'll be adding 2 cups of whole milk, and thankfully, thanks to the miracle of packaging technology, this whole container is 2 cups. So, makes my life really easy. I don't have to measure. I just go 2 cups, and I'm done. Nice and easy. Ooh, blowing ash. Ooh, that's just more. That can just be more flavoring. And Pokemon cards? Oh wow. Covering all his bases. Okay. So I'm just going to let this warm up for now. And try to just get it up to a nice reasonable boil. Granted, we're actually now starting to have reasonably proper looking soup. Okay, that's over there. All good stuff. And the bacon's just been there, staring me in the face, reminding me of how delicious it is. Ooh. But yeah, once I start to see a little bit of bubbling out of this I have up here, I'm gonna add my potatoes. And then it gets simmered for a while. Which, who knows, I might wanna... Step 4, add chicken broth and milk to the pot. Whisk to dissolve all the flour and butter. Done. Step 5, add diced potatoes to pot. Cover, turn heat up to medium-high to bring broth up to boil. Well, kind of working on it. Once boiling, turn the heat down. Simmer for 15 minutes or they're very tender. Ooh. Tender potatoes. Okay, you know what? Recipe says do it now. I'm gonna do it now. Oh. And peas and squash. Oh man, so many things. So many things. But yeah. So that's potatoes in there. So with the potatoes added, I'm gonna give this a nice good stir. Got a lot of chunkiness going on here. So once we get that brought up to a boil, we'll just want to maintain it simmer for about 15 minutes. So I'm just going to position a little bit of my wood a little bit closer, just to really throw some heat under it for a little while. And then, after it gets... Then once I actually get like a bit more of a proper boil here, what I'm probably going to do is this one piece of wood I have here, I'm going to take it and push it away, so that way my temperature comes down. So, yeah. I need to watch pots boil. Granted, it's not like really low. Mom used to make hog porridge. Ooh. I'm gonna go to the internet and look that up. Because I like looking stuff up. Hog. Ah, here we go. Ah, okay. Ooh. Green and root vegetables. Neat. Might have to try that. Planning on making a fermented teriyaki sauce with Thai peppers, honey, lacto-fermented, and then brewed so that alcohol carries the flavor. Ooh, very nice. Sauce making is an area of the fermenting world I've yet to really like get into. I'm not sure. It's one of those things where it's kind of like tempting, but I'm still also very much in exploring brewing all the things. So I've done plenty of beer. I've done 2 fruit wines. Well, I have a done fruit wine, and then I have this year's blackberry wine fermenting. And I just started my cider experiment, which has been going along pretty well. So I actually got a pretty good active fermentation. It was a little slow to start, but temperatures in my house were kind of low at the start of this week. Fermented hot sauce turns $1 pizza into a $5 pizza. I believe that. Not to stir the pot of controversial food opinions, I actually really like Tabasco sauce on my pizza. And even better is I have these like pizza kit things. It gives me some crust and some sauce packets. I can basically build my pizza. I really like crust, sauce, and then I add the Tabasco sauce, nice drizzle of olive oil, whatever vegetables. Well, maybe I do like adding peppers, because right now I have a lot of peppers I pulled because we got to freeze a little bit earlier. So I really like using Georgia flame peppers and Anaheim peppers on my pizzas. And then I also like some onion as well. Because I'll also sometimes throw onions on my pizza. If I already have like the onions pre-diced in my fridge. Don't like vinegar-based sauces though. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I like Tabasco simply because it's the right amount of heat for me. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's like, it just hits, it's like square and where I like heat. Well, great. Well, I also get a little bit of heat from like the peppers I'm using, and that puts me like right where I wish to be. Right where I wish to be. Because either if I get too hot, then I'm like, which really isn't all that bad. It's nothing all that bad when the food gets a little too spicy. Granted, if it's underspiced, then it's less interesting food. Is the downside if it's not spiced enough. But I just like to spice up my food a little bit here and there. Sometimes I'll get adventurous. Oh, granted, actually, this is literally what being adventurous is for me. Yeah, mild spice is good. Habanero got a particularly good profile. See, those are just a little bit on the little bit too spicy for me. The world is yes, the sauce is an incredible thing. That is a very incredible thing that, as people in the modern world, we are so incredibly spoiled on sauces. I like Louisiana brand as my standard table sauce, but Tabasco is necessary with Cajun or Creole food. I need to do some like Cajun cooking at some point. I would really like to do some Cajun cooking at some point. That would be fun. Granted, I can't do a crawfish boil because I'm not in the crawfish, but I think they do some fried rice stuff. That would be. We're spoiled for sauce. I mean, if it had bread sauce, yes, Dad's old shop. We have come so incredibly far as a civilization. Like, man, whenever people get like doom and gloomy about like the modern world, I'm like, yo, people have fought wars. People have killed people over the spices in our cupboards that we just like cayenne pepper. Oh, I don't think this was never really a super expensive spice. But paprika. Like pepper's basically dirt. We stick pepper into like little like paper packets, and you can technically walk into a McDonald's, grab a couple packets of pepper or salt, and just walk out. You could technically get free spices. Better be careful and jambalaya fried rice will get you paddled. Probably. Probably. But hey, I'm just a guy who cooks. I'm not afraid to stir a pot. And I do think we will take our pot and move it a bit closer to our heat. You probably asked for extra honey mustard. Yeah, exactly. Like these, we live in a world where this is basic. This isn't much different than dirt. Like, We have such incredible food in our modern world. If something was to just be spiced with salt and pepper, we consider it bland or not interesting or just like, whatever. This was basically fruit. This was like incredible. Access to food regardless of season too. Oh boy. As an American, I am very thankful to the country of Chile for providing me with fresh blueberries year round. Because I do like my blueberries. Woo! Ashy. But that's just more spice in the food. Yoshiharu, hello. We're currently waiting for a pot to boil. It's bubbling, but it's not. I don't have quite the fullest boil on it just yet. But yeah. We're yapping about how incredible. Wait till the zombie apocalypse. No spices for you. Ha! Ha ha! Joke's on you, Mr. Spock. I know things. I know a great deal of things. I know most of the edible plants in North America. And with that knowledge, I could reasonably flavor food. Reasonably flavor. Worst part of the zombie apocalypse, lack of caffeine. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, because guess what? There is one plant native to North America you can get your caffeine from. And it grows around the Gulf states, so it grows in like South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, kind of in that area of the U.S. It's called Yorpont. Yeah, Yorpont. Its Latin name, though. Its Latin name is Ilex vomitoria. And that's our one source of caffeine that's native to our continent. But yeah, looks like we're actually boiling. Looks like we're actually getting a good, proper boil. So... Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. Because I'm not gonna wait forever. Bam. But I'm gonna kind of bring it off the heat a little bit. Also, kind of turn it. Gonna help the heat be a little bit more even. And now, I get to set a timer. I actually have to save that. I'm gonna have to save that. Clock. Timer. I don't want seconds, minutes, please and thank you. So, we'll let the pot cook, do its thing. I think Red Bull's in it. Oh man. If Red Bull could like operate its production and distribution in the zombie apocalypse, that would be incredible. That would be absolutely incredible. Granted, it would be it is one of the memes, of, but yeah. The seasoned apple ginger Red Bull is lit. And you know what's the best thing about that? I can just sit here and be like, yeah, I know nothing about that. Because one of the facts about myself is I have never had an energy drink ever. I've had no energy drinks in my life. There is one technical exception where my dad had me try a Jaeger bomb and was like, "Hey, Sugi, you like Jaeger? Here, have this Jaeger bomb." And I drank it, and I was like, "How dare people think it is a good idea to make Jaeger taste that sickening sweet?" I was like, it tastes sweet. This is disgusting. I hate it. And I can now say I tried it, like the Jaeger bomb, and be like, no, never having that ever again. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Don't start. Oh, I just like saying things like that. I like saying things like, I've never had an energy drink before. That is one of the things I do. I did actually want to check my pot. Oh yeah, that's a very frothy boil. That's what I was concerned about. Can I go forth? Cheers to that suggestion. Cheers to that. Why purchase energy drink when you can just buy beer? Exactly. Beer is a form of energy. Just want to take a little bit of heat off. It should do me on reducing my heat. I reduced caffeine a lot, made a difference. And talking with people, turns out a lot of people are inadvertently giving themselves caffeine poisoning. Oh, just call you Haggle? Okay. Because I need to go fast. Okay. Now, I gotta do a thing right quick. Because I'm gonna actually mute the mic right quick because I gotta blow my nose. There we go. Oh my gosh, I can breathe again. I can breathe. Oh, there's airflow through the nostrils. Feels amazing. Like, that's the thing. Like, I am like, not. No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Toscaroo to that. No! Uh-oh. I've moved my firewood and now my fire is burning more. I don't want fire burning more. I want fire. I just want to have a slow simmer, man. Actually, my lid's not popping up like it was earlier. Can't tell. I lost my light. Oh, Grant, that smells amazing. Why have a disgusting energy drink when you can just mix 10 grams of instant coffee with 4 ounces of eggnog? Honestly, I don't know. That sounds lovely. Honestly, for me, I'm just like I'm on team tea when it comes to caffeine. So that's my main source of caffeine. I mean, I actually do drink sodas occasionally, but I'm trying to make sure that my soda consumption is very occasional and not regular in any way. Is my primary goal. Because I actually did a pretty hard give up on sodas at one point in my life, and I had to say, like, I've generally felt really good afterwards. And tea's pretty stable, not gonna lie. I mean, I've been drinking tea for quite some time now, and I like it. Like, it's a different flavor of water, and and if I have like a cup in the morning, then that gives me just a little bit of a boost. Because the thing is, we live in the capitalist world. Capitalism would almost not function if it wasn't for caffeine. Who's caffeine pills? No. I'm just going to be sticking to my lovely, wonderful morning cup of tea. Because that's my cup of tea. To make dumb joke. Glorious dumb jokes. Granted, that's not really like one of the best side things of being a VTuber. Or just being a streamer in general, just being a person on the internet. You can make really dumb jokes. Which I do wish to get a little bit better at that, but I'm still doing a lot. I'd say I'm doing alright. And speaking of water, probably keep hydrating. And actually, let's see. Actually, I want to do a quick review of my recipe here. Because we're on step 5 now. We're letting the potatoes simmer. Step 6 is we're going to use, well, I'm using a potato masher because I don't have an immersion blender. And then I get to mash the potatoes to my desired thickness. Then we season, stir in sour cream, step 7. And then step 8 is serving. So, we're doing pretty good. I am an hour and a half in. You're not supposed to be talking about political things? Oh, the caffeine remark. I didn't know caffeine got this. Was that controversial? Yeah. I'm trying to review my monologue of stuff I've had to myself. I mean, it's good to have other types of flavored water. I don't know. Eh. If I do one of the not supposed to do things, then I'm just not going to care. Is honestly my true feelings on that matter. But since I am kind of midway on this part, and I can actually just walk away from this thing, I'm going to throw on the BRB screen, and I'll be right back after I use the little homesteader's room. So, see you in a few. And I'm back. And okay. And we're back in light mode. I have no understanding of why the floodlight does what it does, but it does what it does. But yeah. 16 grams black tea. 8 grams hibiscus. Splash of lemon juice. 32 ounces glass with ice. That sounds good. That actually sounds really good. But since I did output, time to start the next input, which we're going to be doing the Athletic Hazy IPA. And I'm also not liking what my pot's been doing. The pot's been boiling. It's been boiling a little too much. Don't like it. Add beer to the food. Do it. No. Beer is to be appreciated with food, and also to be consumed in the preparation of food in order to whet the appetite for food. I need to, because I got some serious coals going on down there. Need to spread that stuff out. So that way, I need to take the heat down. Got too much heat, man. Ah. Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. Even speaking of even better stuff, I made did some gathering. It doesn't look like much. Oh, come on, just a splash. I'll think about it. Beer goes in homemade spaghetti sauce. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I picked up some persimmons on my bicycle ride earlier. And I gotta say, this is gonna be my post food snack. And also, when I'm riding my bike and I find wild fruit to be enjoyed and I don't have a container, I just empty my water bottle and throw my wild foraged food. Whoa! Hey! Stop timer. Coolio. Really good timing. So we got some potato mashing technology here. And let's see here. Let's see that. Yeah, that's like really aggressively boiling. I don't like aggressively boiling. I want a nice soft beer. Wow. That is okay. You know what? Those potatoes are still a hair bit firm. And I'm just gonna have my pot be very close to the edge. And hope no wild raccoon knocks it over. Because I just want that I'll probably let that simmer for a little bit longer. Simply because, yeah, the potatoes were still a little bit firm. But I will occasionally entertain requests. But yeah, one splash. One time I made chili and gave some to my grandma, forgot I added beer. She's very anti-alcohol. Oh, the best thing with chili or anything, like if you throw alcohol into it, it basically cooks out. So, like, if you're using alcohol in a cook, like, you're not really actually, like, consuming much of any alcohol. Like, very, very small amount. To the point, like, me, I wouldn't even worry about it. If I was trying to be, like, careful about stuff like that. And also, I just wouldn't probably say anything. Granted, speaking of, like, wonderful things that beer goes in, there's a dish, well, technically it's kind of more of a sauce. It's technically more of a sauce, but there's a thing called beer cheese that kind of really got its start here in Kentucky, and it's basically a cheese sauce made with melted cheese, beer, and some spices. Typically like a not this pepper, but this pepper. It's like a spicy cheese sauce made with beer. Stuff's amazing. It would be killer in fondue. Yeah. I actually made some of it earlier this year on stream, and I made the beer cheese sauce, and I also baked the pretzel in the Dutch oven. The baking the pretzel part was not fun, but the beer cheese was amazing, and I made way too much. Like, I had beer cheese that night, beer cheese the next day, beer cheese the day after that. I made a lot for just me. And that was kind of like the only downside too. Ooh, hey, you're acting a little bit more spooky than you normally are. Yeah, you're acting a lot more spooky than you normally are. Are you warm? You're kind of warm. I did take the pot away from the fire. That sometimes causes the GoPro will get like more radiant heat. Oh yeah, see, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want just like a nice slow simmer. So let's get in here with our potato masher and start mashing some spuds to make there we go. Ooh. It's actually pretty, it's a little bit more, slightly watery, which admittedly is fine. Go around. Crush, 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 crush. Get everything. And I'm still seeing some pretty good chunks. I wonder if I should have diced my potatoes a little bit more. Just to make it easier for them to cook through. Granted, I'm actually liking the amount of food I have here. It's not too much, but not too little either, which is, for me, makes me happy. Because I usually end up with too much. Because I follow these recipes, and these recipes are written for like families, and I'm like, oh no, I've ended up with a family's worth of food. What do I do? I can't suddenly. I'm 35 years old and getting close to turning 36. I cannot possibly get married at this juncture right now. And actually, I'm gonna make my life easy. Whoa! Okay, spatula. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Sugi. Don't do that. There's some serious crimes in this world, and one of those serious crimes is making beer warm. But yeah, kind of like our soup so far. It's a little bit on the chunky side, so I brought it in here. That way, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a lot of crushing in the more, and have it a little bit closer. Yeah, but food is best when it's fresh, and well, actually, there's actually quite a few foods that are like better the next day. Let's see. Do I want to have a chunky potato soup or just? I might just do some nice vigorous stirring. Potato salad is best on day 5. Oh man, that sounds like some serious research went into that. Oh yeah, you know what? That feels pretty good. That feels pretty darn good right there. Okay, so you go off to the land of misfit utensils. So I've got this done. So we've done step 6. So now we add paprika. Okay, yep. And then once seasoned, we can stir in sour cream. Okay. Sweet. So, cayenne pepper. I think I just bought you. Yep, I just bought you. You are the spice I bought for today's dish. You should feel very honored, cayenne pepper. Granted, you're actually going to get used a lot. I'm sure. Oh, yes. Yes, the spice of life. Well, so we'll just nice little bit of reasonably generous. There we go. Then now, I'm technically supposed to use smoked paprika, but I already have this paprika. It's not smoked. But I think cooking this over the fire pit, we got plenty of. There was a lot of opportunities for smoke flavor to get incorporated into the soup, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I'm just going to do a light splash of salt and quick grind of pepper, just a little bit, not too much, not too little. And then, just because I am a absolute onion fiend, I'm actually gonna just throw a little bit of onion powder at it. Just to, is that a little bit? And yeah, that's not a little bit. Oh wait, sour cream. Actually, wait. I actually need to know this. I need to know how much sour cream. Okay, half a cup. Half cup sour cream. Can do. I can make that a Texas size 10 for a good buddy. Granted, I'm going to have a lot of sour cream left over after this. Okay. And how do I wanna... Sure. You know what? We're almost done. So... just spoon my sour cream into my measuring cup. And get myself pretty close. I'm also probably going to be erring on the side of being generous with my amount of sour cream because typically don't like sour cream unless I have it mixed into something. And after today, I'm gonna have this canister of sour cream and be like, what am I using this on next? And then the answer is gonna be, I have no clue. Okay. And sour cream. Fixed everything. Did I actually grab a butter knife? Nope, 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 nope. Whole bunch of nope. Okay. No butter knives. So we'll put that magic plastic back on. That goes there. Here's sour cream. Goes over there because I don't want any stuff going on. Also, I don't have a lot of campfire going. Make beef. Dad's old shop. I love you. Yes, I should do that. I should make beef stroganoff one of these days. So wait, sour cream's using beef stroganoff? Ooh, I've got research. I have research. I have a lot of research to do. So, said stir in the sour cream, and I'm going to be very, very generous and heavy-handed. Yet it's okay. Because man, I love me some. I love Hamburger Helper as a kid. I was a huge fan of Hamburger Helper when my grandma would make it. And I am totally, probably just add in case as you go, yeah. Well, I wanted to be generous with the sour cream because I wanted to use it. But as far as all my other spices, I wanted to just mix in a little bit and just give it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a dip spoon. Just dip the spoon in. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's really good. Very oniony. Really good butter taste. Ooh, I love. Oh. You, sir. Very delicious. Very delicious. But I definitely think I could go for. Let's see. Yeah. More cayenne pepper. We'll do a little bit more of the cayenne pepper. Man, because that's good. That's very firmly in Happy Sugi territories. And let me go over here. So we'll go for another stir session. And another fun thing with all these stir sessions, it's going to help cool the soup down. Because as you can see, I'm stirring the soup. And still getting a fair amount of steam coming off of it. Off to the side. Spoon test. And also I can do spoon tests like this because I'm the only one going to be eating this. Oh, don't lose any. Oh. Oh, man. You know, cool it down. Where's that? No, just a little bit of that sour cream comes through in that, but that's good. That's good. That's really good. And also when I do the little spoonfuls out, it's not burning me. It's not super hot. It's warm. It's warm soon. Soup. but not hot. But yeah, I'm calling that good. I'm plating up. I'm hungry. So we'll just start getting ourselves a couple ladlefuls here. Ourselves a nice, somewhat generous helping. I think that's pretty good. So this recipe calls for a few additional fixings. So first additional fixing is going to be some green pepper, and I'm just going to probably use half what I made, a little bit. Put some Trinidad Ghost Scorpion peppers in it. Nah, it's getting bacon. It's getting the good stuff, the good old bacon. Which I'm going to just try to kind of crumble it up a little bit. But yeah, ooh, wait. But why not more bacon? Yeah, I love the, but why not more bacon? And then there's one more fixing. Where are you? I think you're buried. Oh, no, there you are. And that's going to be some sharp cheddar cheese. Ooh, yes. I also like the fact that this cheese is like it's chunky. Also, this stuff was not particularly cheap, so. Ooh. Mm. Oh my goodness, that is. Oh my goodness. That is some incredible cheese. So, I'm really glad I covered this thing in cheese because, well, I will make this point as many times as I have to make this point, and that is smoked apple cheddar cheese is good. Ooh. Ah. This is a dangerous thing about hanging out with all you fun people is like, you guys are just giving me like more fun ideas. Expanding my horizons. But yeah. So let's get ourselves a little spoonful here. So we got a little bit of bacon, a little bit of cheese, some green onion. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. That is... The soup is not lasting long. It is not lasting long. This is genuinely good. Oh my gosh. Wow. My gosh, that so this isn't quite. So my family's traditional soup has been taco soup. It's also basically what is essentially my family's version of chili. I've actually had very little chili growing up, simply because my family would make taco soup. Holy smokes, a well-made potato soup. This is fairly incredible. Like, there's a good rich flavor to it. My family soup is garmish sabi. That's it. I'm smoking a joint. There you go. Give yourself a reason to be hungry. I gotta look the soup up. I've gotten way too many. I get way too many things to look up. So wait. Nope. I need to hit that. Make sure I get the. Ooh. Ooh, an Iranian herb stew. Ooh, Ooh, I am loving the photos. Oh no. Oh man. So good. But food's amazing. Food should be celebrated. Food should also be something anyone and everyone should be very thankful for. And I'm a very thankful human being for not only one, having the opportunity to have this food, but also for the food to be very good. Like, I am a very spoiled human being to be able to have really good food. Man, like the soup has a really good body to it. It's a soup. It's kind of like chunky. It's not watery. It's very smooth. There's like the butteriness. Like it's not like super buttery. Just a little. You get a good bit of the butter flavor. And then some of that cayenne pepper kicks in, and the paprika. Like, it's like, man, all these ingredients are all good friends. Wait, how is taco soup different from chili? Wait. Oh no, my perceptions on chili is very warped. God damn it. So I grew up a little too close to this place called Cincinnati. It was wish we had meat in it. And because I'm a little too geographically close to the Cincinnati, my perceptions of what a normal chili is kind of warped. I know one of the things that makes Cincinnati chili different is that it has noodles in it. But as far as I can tell, a lot of the various chilies I've had have traditionally had noodles, which if I've had chili, but I also know that's not how chili is normally supposed to be. I have really weird baselines for normal on some things. Granted, in this case, I can actually blame my geography versus how I was raised or any other various circumstances. Skyline chili also uses different spices than traditional chili. Yeah, I also think that's probably like the biggest difference between taco soup and actual chili is taco soup is primarily seasoned with just taco seasonings, or at least in my family, because taco soup is literally tomato juice. It's tomato juice, beans, onion, corn, and ground beef seasoned with taco seasoning, and then you basically throw all this stuff into a pot. You let it cook for a while. Bada bang, bada boom. You have taco soup. And that's my family's go-to soup. And it's just one of the reasons why I haven't experienced a lot of other culinary treats is because I was raised in a family that didn't do a lot of adventurous stuff, and therefore I have only just recently become somewhat adventurous. But damn, that's some damn good food though. Oh my goodness gracious, that is some really good food. So I will say, normally I leave recipes down below, simply because, hey, if you want to like try and make it for yourself, the resource is there. Yeah, for today, I'm going to shill that. Like, if you're looking for a good soup recipe, check out the link at the doobly-doo, which I should have. Actually, let me do that. I should have that recipe there. Yes, I have that recipe there. Good job. Thank you, past me. Nope, never had taco soup. Seems a little liquidy. How some of my family members will make taco soup, it will definitely be on the liquidy side because they prefer to use tomato juice Whereas for me, if I make taco soup, I'll actually use tomato sauce, and then I'll water down the sauce to create a chunkier, thicker soup, which it's similar in viscosity to what I have here. Granted, this is just a really oh, back in dark mode. But yeah, taco soup's good stuff because you make this soup flavored with taco seasonings, and then you consume it. And this is actually kind of the important part. You consume it with lots of corn chips and lots of shredded cheese. Why reduce tomato sauce when there's tomato paste? Honestly, I just like working with tomato sauce. Because there's another reason why I reduce tomato sauce, and that's because to get all the tomato sauce out of the can, I'll put a little bit of water in my can, and I'll give the can a really good swirl, and then I dump that into this pot. And then that gives me a clean can afterwards, kind of reduces the tomato sauce, and it's kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone thing for me. And also, I remember the first time I went to make taco soup for myself. I went to the grocery store and I went to the canned goods section, and for some reason there's no such thing as like canned tomato juice. Yeah, you get for like tomato sauce, you gotta add water to kind of get a more proper soup consistency versus like a sauce consistency. But I couldn't find tomato juice, which I think tomato juice is probably kept somewhere else in the store. And I was just like, well, I want to make this food, but I can't find the thing I need. So I just bought tomato sauce and watered it down, and that's the thing I've done ever since. And for Campfire stream, I don't have a lot of fire right now. I do not have a lot of fire. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix my lack of fire. I'm gonna fix it. Not just a little bit, but a lot of it. Because, hey, I'm gonna be chilling out here for a little while. And light mode's back. I guess light mode likes the additional wood on the fire, so okay. So I gotta say, on a scale of 1 out of 10, how do I want to rate this? Let's see. My gosh, the body, the full flavor. I don't give out 10s unless it's life-changing. This is not life-changing for me, but this is a solid 9. Like, if this was served to me in a restaurant and was reasonably priced, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm coming back here again and I'm having more of this. Like, that's basically where I would put this dish on some manner of evaluation scale. Okay, but would you tip the waiter? Yes, because I'm not... Well, okay, here's the thing. Yes, I am an asshole. But my waiter always gets tipped. Like for me, bare minimal tips start at like 20%, and if I really like the service I got, then I'll bump that up to either 25 or 30. Depending on the quality of the service, but generally speaking, I tip my waiters because, one, I mostly cook and eat for myself, so I don't go out very often. So when I do go out, I'm willing to spend a little bit more on the experience because, hey, I'm making it someone else's problem to produce food, to make the food. And secondly, there's a whole other human being who is bringing the food to me. And both those human beings deserve to be rewarded for their hard work. So yeah. Once again, I haven't been out in 4 years. See, I only go out like occasionally, like it's like I only probably go out like probably like a handful of times a month. I only tip food carts, and that's if I like what they're doing. Yeah, I just generally tip like my food people because yeah, I understand that at times that's not like a super great job to have. So the bare minimal I can do as a customer is don't be an asshole to the person who's trying to do their job, and help make sure that they at least are able to somewhat make a living. Because if people couldn't make livings doing it, then we end up with a lot fewer people out there making food for us. And while this the COVID lockdown got me in the mood to be a hermit, I mean, hey, that fair, more than fair. I loved lockdown. I was like, I have to stay home and just do stuff at home? Okay. I'm cool with that. For my wife's birthday dinner a few weeks back, we tipped 30%, also partly because our server and I graduated in the same college class. Yeah. See, that's also another reason. Like, if I knew the ooh, Ember hit me. If I knew the staff, I would also like extra be like, hey, you people just deserve to get taken care of. I used to work at Wendy's, made me realize tips are pretty. Yeah. And also, unfortunately, there's people out there who think 10% tips are generous, and it's like, yeah, no, don't think like that. Food service people deserve better than 10%, especially if they did their job well. But yeah, okay. I think that's enough yapping. I have very delicious food I would like to consume, so I am gonna throw myself into the soup because I'm probably gonna at bare minimal have 2 bowls of, well, maybe not a bowl as full as this because this is a fair bit of soup. But I'm definitely gonna have a second serving of this, and then whatever is left in here is gonna hit the fridge and probably be dinners for next week. Yeah, but that's also like how that economic system is made. Mukbang stream. Oh man, all these ideas. But at least in Australia, like that's the expectation. Whereas like here in the US, it's like pay people very little and then be like, hey, you get to have some tips. I'm joking. Enjoy your soup. And you, Sir Haggle, enjoy the rest of your day. And also you, Mr. Spock, and also you, Dad's old chap. But yeah. My name is Sugi Yamagawa. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Had a really great time. Cooked bacon, made soup, all around good time. And actually, I'll be doing something very similar to this at the same-ish time tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you all there. And with that, bye-bye.